Alright, hello Astrobro subscribers, welcome back to another video of the North Node and South Node of the Moon series. And today we're going to be talking about what happens when the North Node is in the sign of Leo and the South Node is in the sign of Aquarius. For those of you who don't know, I'll go over what these are again. The North Node is a mathematical point in the sky. It's always 180 degrees away from the South Node of the Moon. There are points on the moon's orbit where I believe the moon is closest to Earth, and in its elliptical orbit, it's closest to Earth at the north and south node of the moon. And these planets represent, in astrology, the North Node represents the area of your life which is most underdeveloped, and you have this anxious need to try to be everything you can be about that and try to learn everything about it and understand everything about it because of this anxiety, and your mind is naturally drawn towards that place. The South Node is the opposite of that. It's the area of your life that your mind is naturally pushed away from, not because you're avoiding it, but because you've already mastered it. You already feel like you have an innate sense of understanding around that place in the archetypes, the wheel of the archetypes that astrology represents and uses the ecliptic to sort of represent them. So, with that being said, North Node in the sign of Leo. Well, what is the sign of Leo? The sign of Leo is entertainment, it's performance art, it's celebrity status, it's the throne, it's giving people pleasure, it's romance, it's having children, it's gambling, it's anything where the outcome is uncertain, and it's any sort of game or thing which is speculative, or where you're acting as a representative of something, putting on a costume, being on a stage, performing, being up in front of a bunch of people. So Aquarius, being seventh from Leo, is the crowd looking at the performer, right? So Leo is the sun, it's in the middle of the stage. It's basically the center of attention, whereas Aquarius is all the people who are giving that energy attention, or that performer attention. So Aquarius represents the populace, it represents the crowd, it represents the people, it also represents technology and anything that makes people's routine more convenient, because it's second from Capricorn, meaning a second from any sign is the values of that sign. So if Capricorn is your organization and your routine, it would only make sense that Aquarius is the gains of your organization, the gains of your routine. And it's also your payment. So if you do work in the sign of Capricorn, Aquarius is your paycheck. So that is that's basically what Aquarius is. It's the ways that you become more efficient in your routine, you earn more money, you pay attention to certain things, the things that you value, and it represents what you pay attention to as well. Whereas Leo is your aesthetic self, your performance artist, sort of inner celebrity type of entity. So, with that being said, what happens when you have North and South Node of the Moon on this axis? Well, North Node in the sign of Leo, it makes a person, as you might expect, very, very inclined toward performing, but it also gives a lot of anxiety, because keep in mind, just because the North Node is fixated on something, it does not mean that it's good at that thing. So somebody with North Node in Leo, very often, these people are, depending on the position of the sun, where the sun is placed and what house it's in and all that, these people are very impulsive and reckless, and they're seeking for attention because they're looking for the shortest path from A to attention, where B is attention, So they're looking for that cheap and easy approval. And the best way to get approval really in life is to create something useful. But these people want attention now, so they'll become sort of like a hollow celebrity in some ways. Now, if the sun is well placed, if the sun is exalted, or if it's in a sign which is friendly, like a fire sign, these people will be a little bit more reciprocal and calculated in their approach to trying to achieve this attention. But Um, that's kind of what Leo or North Node in the sign of Leo does. It makes a person who is, especially in the first like 30 years of their life, is prone to making a bunch of mistakes to try to get people to like them, and then ultimately, if they're lucky and certain things are well placed, if North Node's in a good house, if the sun is well situated, if it's in the first house, if it's in a fire sign, these people can be ultimately much better, but in their later life. But yeah, generally speaking, these people make a lot of errors in trying to gain attention. Now, the South Node part is the opposite of Leo. It is the behind the scenes work that makes life easier for everyone. The helping people, helping humanitarian interests, science, making things, technology that helps people and makes their life better. So the South Node in Aquarius, it kind of it makes these people sort of detach from the technological world, the scientific world, the world of engineering, all the things that are like not so sexy but still make people's lives better. Like the best example of sort of an Aquarius type person is Elon Musk. So he's not the most social guy in the world. He's not like the life of the party, but by the same token, he's making all these cool things that help everybody's life out, and as a result, he is reaping the benefits of that pretty substantially. In fact, I believe Elon Musk has North Node in Aquarius and South Node in Leo, which is the opposite of what we're talking about here. So these people are kind of detached from the technological, the helpful, the useful, that kind of thing. And what tends to happen is when they try to do that, when they try to speak scientifically about things, when they try to design or engineer something, what tends to happen is it's not that they're not good at it, because keep in mind they've already mastered that, but their ideas are so sort of out there that that other people might just look at it and just be like, dude, what are you talking about? Like that what you're doing is, what you're saying is basically crazy, and it might not be crazy. It might just be so far ahead of people that they don't get it, or they might have trouble communicating it. So this is something to know about South Node of the Moon, especially in air signs. It doesn't make a person stupid when the South Node of the Moon is put in an air sign. What it does is it sort of jumbles up their communication. So they might talk super fast, and even though what they're saying is very valuable to people, or it could be, people can't understand them. Or it'll make them switch topics in the middle of a conversation. Because what it's trying to do is trying to say, hey, you are already good at speaking. You're already good at ideas. You're already good at technology. What you need to do is you need to get up on stage and sing and dance or make something that people will like. And that's basically what this energy is trying to do. It's like, hey, stop preaching to people. Just show them what is good. You don't have to like try to speak to these people. You can just tell them, or you can show them with your creative presence and your art, and you can be an example as opposed to just like saying it. So that's basically what North Node in the sign of Leo and South Node in the sign of Aquarius does to a person. It makes them focus on action rather than words, and it makes them want to gain attention as much as possible for their work that they're doing. So yeah, that was my analysis of that. And then next time we are going to be doing North Node in the sign of Virgo and South Node in the sign of Pisces. So check that out when it comes out. Till then.